Well, 5 years ago, that prejudice of mine was, well, slightly fading away. When Japan stubbornly refused to pay reparations to us, well, the prejudice began to brew again. But now I found out from close contact with Yuriko and other Japanese that Japan isn't ready to pay reparations yet, because as Yuriko said, some of them and most of them even have to suffer the cold in the classrooms because they can't afford to heat the schools.
Yuriko, you've got any prejudices?
Well, I don't have any prejudice for Philippines, but
I work with people from Hungary, Brazil, Bulgaria, England, essentially all over the globe. First, it's easy to notice, surface level differences, accents, certain phrasing, or how people approach social interactions. But that's very minor because as soon as you start collaborating and interacting with each other, it becomes pretty obvious that we're all essentially the same, other than these very small differences in just how we kind of deal with each other. So everyone really wants stability, connection, and to kind of feel like they matter. And then the more you kind of learn from other cultures, it's just a different, I guess, representation of how they feel. In America and a lot of other countries, there's always kind of an underlying tone from the government or media that people from other countries or competitions or they have things we want, or they have less or different means of kind of living. But that's really just a product of fear, which is intentional. There's something called the regality theory. It kind of describes how societies become more controlling when the fear is high, allowing people to accept that more division and authority is fine because it's essentially us versus them thinking. I think governments use that, whether intentionally or not, just to kind of keep people focused on differences instead of just a shared humanity. So once you actually work with people and interact with them every day, listen to their stories about their families and people getting sick that they're close to, you kind of realize how ridiculous it is to think that, any of the stipulations with your country versus my country or your religion versus my religion, it's just kind of all silly at some point, because everyone at the end of the day is kind of going for the same thing and just trying to do the best they can.
Hey. Be tough. Hey, real bad. Daddy has to be tough. I'm trying. Okay, we need more. You have a fat baby head? Oh, it's like a baby head. It's a little baby head.